Hey everybody, hey, Jeff Johnson. Got a book coming out Labor Day this year, Alt for One, One for Alt. And the book is about Norway, and most specifically it talks a lot about the Janteloven and my experiences in Norway while on Alt for Norway 10 years ago. A lot of the book is dedicated to just studying collapse, right? That's kind of interesting. And trying to take the good and the bad of what the Janteloven kind of has provided for Norway. Now the big L for the Janteloven, of course, is self-hate. Self-hate is always bad. But the self-denial that is endemic to Scandinavian countries, and most specifically endemic to Norway, that produces some interesting things. So all empires collapse, all nation states go through ups and downs. You know, the belief that the US empire is not in collapse is a bit of a falsehood because we are in a declining empire. And you see the thrashings that happens around that. I've taken some time in the book talking about just Norway in 1945. So Norway in 1945 is a failed state. You know, it was World War II, Nazi occupation, also kind of a civil war going on, right? So Norway ended capital punishment by shooting their prime minister. That's the last person executed in Norway was Vidkun Quisling, who was shot in 1945 at the end of the war. That's quite a way to end capital punishment. And they're basically a failed state. The next 70 years is a fantastic study for the US and for anybody, just what Norway did. So 1945, failed state, bankrupt. Today, Norway is the richest country on planet Earth per capita. Their sovereign wealth fund, which was founded only in the 1990s, that's not that long ago, like that's founded 30 years ago. Their sovereign wealth fund is 2.2 trillion right now. That means that every Norwegian is worth $400,000 when they're born. It means Norway owns about 1.6% of all the stocks on the planet. And I can attest to you, I've only spent about 3 months in Norway total. But you know, capitalism is alive and well. Markets are alive and well in Norway. Like, it is not a Trotskyite dreamland, it's a free market economy. But they have just structured things a little bit differently, as opposed to, you know, kind of gangster capitalism that you find in a lot of the West and certainly in the US. They've just developed a different model, and it's a model we should study as the US goes through its thrashing death throes of late-stage capitalism. We all should be studying how Norway did what Norway did. And it's not a one-to-one, but there's nothing that Norway has done that the US couldn't do and other countries couldn't do, and just the stats don't lie. So home ownership in the US is about 65%. Home ownership in Norway is 80%. Poverty rate in the US, give or take, however you measure it, is about 11.1%. Poverty rate in Norway is about 1%. Jobless rate in the US, and these are questionable numbers. Posted numbers for joblessness is 4.2%. It's actually much higher if you calculate the people who just stopped looking for work. Anyway, US 4.2%, Norway 1.9%. That's pretty great. Interestingly enough, that's about the same rate as North Dakota's jobless rate. Education, so this is a tough one. So higher education in the US is up to about, gosh, it's like $100,000 a year, give or take. Norway, free, low cost. The stats are nuts as you start to go through it. You know, the stats are crazy. If you think about healthcare costs, to have private insurance in the US, it's about $15,000 a year for the US. Norway, zero. And higher education, I think as you calculate it here, is about $11,000, I think, a year versus zero in Norway. You know, their social structure is different. We have a two-party system here that's pretty much all controlled by capital. It's a uniparty, really. Norway has a blended group of parties and has a lot of participation. If you're looking at the prison population in Norway, Norway's, or the US incarceration is about 530 people per 100,000. Norway is about 70 people per 100,000. And then, of course, the big one, overseas military bases. US, the actual numbers classified, but U.S. overseas military bases are somewhere between 700 and 1,000. Nobody really knows how many. Norway's overseas military bases, 0. and you can see the benefits. So big wins and loses, right? Big loss for the Janteloven and all that self-repression, self-denial, that leads to some pretty caustic stuff. But in terms of economics and quality of life, we all really should be studying how Norway developed their economy and developed their society post-World War II, post-collapse. As we go into those years, most people don't know that there's just a different model out there. And the model that we create in the US will be our own. It will be different. But we should be studying Norway and we should be studying the Janteloven. Anyway, thanks so much. Book comes out Labor Day. See you soon. Tusen takk.